wet. All right, so now we're going to continue on looking at the Form B, Chapter 5 test. We're going to do 5 through 7. So it says express each product as a polynomial. And so for number 5, I have a pen tool now. All right, so I have a minus 4 times a plus 5. And it says express as a polynomial. What it really means is I need to expand it. Now, your teacher probably taught you FOIL. I like to describe these as rainbows and smiley faces, because when you see rainbows, you smile. Or you could do the first inside, outside's last, but either way, you get to the same part. So a times a is a squared. And I crossed it out because I did it. A times 5 is positive 5a. Crossed it out because I did it. Negative 4 times a is negative 4a. Cross it out because I did it. Negative 4 times 5 is negative 20. And so let's combine the similar terms. I have no other a squareds. 5a minus 4a is just negative 1a, or minus a. And then we have no other coefficients, or constants, sorry. So there's my answer. Number 6. Now, so number 6 is kind of a trap problem. 3x minus 4y squared. What this means is I'm multiplying this binomial by itself. So I have 3x minus 4y times 3x minus 4y. And now we're back in the same place we were before. FOIL or rainbows and smiley faces. So 3x times 3x is 9x squared. Cross it out because you did it. 3x times negative 4y is negative 12xy. Cross it out because you did the multiplication. Negative 4y times 3x is negative 12xy. And then cross it out because you did it. Multiply this out again, and you will get negative 16y squared. Combine the similar terms, and you get 9x squared minus 24xy minus 16y squared. Now, the other way you could have done it is you could have recognized that this is a square binomial. And you know the square binomial is going to end up being a squared minus 2 times your a value times your b value plus your b squared. So here's my a, here's my b. A squared is 3x squared, which would be 9x squared. Sorry, 3x times x is x squared. Negative 2 times a times b. So we have, come on, there you go. 2 times 3. That is a 3, folks. Let's try this. Doesn't want to do it. 3x times negative 4y. And then my b value is squared. 4 times 4 is 16. Y times y is y squared. And so now I just multiply those together. 2 times 3 is 6. Sorry, negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. Negative 6 times negative, sorry, it's 2a, so it's positive. So, sorry, it's 2ab, right? So 2 times a is 6x. 6x times 4y is negative 24xy. Sorry that my pen tool is not looking so good. So there are 2 ways you could have done the problem. All right, for the last problem, you have 4q. I always thought that putting 4q in an algebra test is asking for someone to say something they shouldn't. Then 3p squared minus 5q times 3p squared plus 5q. And the first thing that I know is that I really want to multiply my binomial pair together first, and then deal with this 4q. And so when I'm looking at this, I notice I have 3p squared and 3p squared here. I know I have 5q, and I have a plus and a minus. This is a difference of squares. And we know a difference of squares the linear term, the middle term, will cancel out. So all I need to do is square these two numbers, and I'll get my expanded form. So 3p squared is 9p to the fourth. Negative 5q times positive 5q is going to be negative 25q squared. And so now I have to deal with a 4q. And so distribute that out. 4 times 9 is 36. P to the fourth q minus 4 times 25 is 100. And I have q to the third. And there's my final answer. So key here is multiply the two binomials first, then multiply the monomial that's on the outside last. It's always helpful if you can find the differences of squares, but you could have done your FOIL or rainbows and smiley faces method and gotten the correct answer too.